In this video, I'm going to show you how to get in touch with your leads more, have more of them pick up the phone, get in touch with more of them, reach more of them, which ultimately ends in more new business for you. This video is sponsored by none other than Lead Heroes, you guys. Lead Heroes has got you covered when it comes to telemarketed leads and virtual staffing. On the lead side, whether it be Medicare supplement leads, final expense leads, turning 65 leads, they just got something for everybody. They can also actually have you plug in with one of their virtual staff members on the staffing side to where you can pay by the hour for one of their trained and very well vetted staff members to help you out in your business in a virtual assistant format. Just because you watch this video, they're going to give you 10% off any order you make on their website. Link to the site can be found down in the description, so go ahead and check them out. Stop me if this sounds familiar to you. You get a lead. You spend $25, $30, maybe even $40 for that exclusive lead. You pick up the phone minutes after you receive it. It's a real-time lead potentially. You make the phone call and voicemail. You leave a message. You sit by your phone. You're waiting for this lead to call you back, right? You maybe call them 1 or 2 additional times. You give up after 3 times. And you're wondering why you can't get people on the phone. Well, I'm going to share something with you in this video today that's preventing you from making more sales. And that is very simply put that your contact rate isn't high enough because your touch rate is not high enough. Let me explain what I mean. In sales, a touch is a communication of some form or factor with a potential client, right? With a prospective customer, with a lead. It could be a phone call. It could be a ringless voicemail. It could be an email. It could be a text message. It could be a old-fashioned knock on the door, okay? I pulled a statistic from a website called RainSalesTraining.com. They put out a really great article on this specific topic that states it takes on average 8 touches in order to make an initial contact or initial conversation with a new member or a new customer. That means for all of you guys that are calling leads one time and expecting results, you're doing it wrong. And I got a newsflash for you. It's not a new statistic. It's not a new piece of information. This has always been the case. So anybody that's ever had any success working leads or in sales knows that you have to touch your leads a multitude of different times in a multitude of different ways. So in my office, I always tell our agents that I would like to see them call a lead about 6 to 8 times in the first 3 days. That is my process. Call the lead 6 to 8 times, call it a multitude of different times over the course of the day, because as that study shows, it's 8 contacts to have a conversation, not to make a sale, right? So just to even have a conversation, it's an average of 8 contacts to even get the person on the phone with you or in front of you to potentially have a conversation, okay? So this is what I'm going to need you guys to do in order to be able to pull this off. Number 1, do what I do in my office. Make sure that you are calling morning, afternoon, and evening, right? You're calling 3 different times of the day. You do not know people's work schedules, right? You don't know people's personal life schedules. You don't know what they're doing over the course of the day, so you don't know what the best time to call to be able to get them on the phone is. Maybe their phone is on silent. Maybe they're working and they keep their phone in a locker or something like that. You just don't know, and so you need to mix up the times of the day that you're actually making a phone call. Like I mentioned a second ago, call 6 to 8 times over the first 3 days. Every day that passes after a lead comes in, the intent drops just by that much. I would estimate that it drops by about 25% for each day that you let it go. In some cases, depending on the lead and how high of an intent lead it was in the first place, or maybe lack thereof, it might even drop by 50%. Okay, so make 6 to 8 contacts right off the bat. If it's an average of 8 contacts to get people in contact with you, I'm trying to have about 13 to 15 contacts over the first 4 or 5 days from the time we got the lead. So the other thing that you're going to want to do is put together a system. You can do this with Eric Fierro's Go High Level system, right? His Done For You system, his CRM that I talked about in a video prior, and I will actually link that for you right here. Okay, so it'll show up right here, somewhere in here. So go ahead and click that video if you're interested in knowing about that. But what that system allows you to do is you're able to put leads into it once you've customized it a little bit, and that lead will automatically get hit with pre-scheduled automated emails, automated text message and SMS communication, and automated ringless voicemails. This is a way that you can automate your approach, increase your touches on each particular lead, right? Everything is going to play a factor, right? You never know how people prefer to communicate. Some people are going to be checking their emails, they won't answer their phone. Some people will respond to text messages, they won't answer their phone. Some people will answer their phone and they won't respond to those other things, right? Some people will check their voicemail, they want to see who it is that's calling, but they won't answer their phone, right? Now, back in the day, you actually had to type out emails or maybe have like a pre-typed out email that you would send out to people in order to get in contact with them, and you just copy and paste and put their name in. Now with technology and CRM systems, just like DFY, you can actually plug it in. You can have it set up to where it goes out when you want it to go out, right? And it automatically sends out these communications and you don't have to do anything else. So the system can add another, it could be any number of contacts that you want to add to the equation there. I would make 6 to 8 phone contacts, like I mentioned, over the first 3 days, 3 different times a day, morning, afternoon, evening. But you also want to mix in these other forms of communication, right? This way, you're going to see your contact rate shoot up through the roof. You're going to want to have about 15 contacts is what I would say the rule of thumb total when you're factoring in all these different lines of communication. And what this is going to do for you is it's going to allow you to have a significantly higher contact rate. So if you're just calling 1, 2, maybe 3 times for your leads, and that's all that you're doing, and you're not doing any other form of communication, there's a chance you're probably only getting 1, 2, maybe 3 out of 10 leads on the phone if you have a batch of 10. What this is going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to raise that number from 2 or 3 to 7 or 8 or maybe even 9 out of 10 you can get in contact with. I don't believe you'll ever be able to get in contact with all leads, especially because if you get a batch of 10 leads, there's a chance that one of them might not even be good contact information. This is something to keep in mind, but you can raise your contact rate, and sales and being a good salesperson and being a good performer is getting in touch with people and having more qualified conversations with more potentially interested customers than the next guy, right? That's what sales is all about. So make sure that you're contacting your leads early, often, consistently, and spread out over time, and also in a diversity of different ways. This simple tip will absolutely allow you to get much more out of your leads just by making this small strategic shift in your approach. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it did help you, do me a favor, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It helps me reach more agents like you who need to hear this information. Make sure to comment down below. Have you tried this kind of approach in order to reach more leads? What has your results been? If you're a seasoned agent, what tips would you share for somebody to get in touch with more leads? I always enjoy having the dialogue with you. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you get in touch with your leads better. Hope this video helps you. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Here's to your success and your abundance. Thanks, guys.